Michael, how good does it feel to come into this Premier League night off the back of a huge win for you on the Euro Tour?
Yeah, of course, it's always nice. But to get back to winning ways is always a nice thing. But not only that, I think I also played some good darts with nice averages game after game, and that's what you want. That's what you want to show yourself, but also all the fans. And I think to do what I did, that gives confidence, and I also need it tonight. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, you played good darts. You threw in a 9-darter as well. You had your old shirt on. You had your old darts as well. Do you have those darts with you tonight?
Yeah, I got them. Old shirt was just a mistake. I got so many shirts, and yeah, just to if I'm gonna blame a shirt. that will be really crazy, but for me, the darts I used to have before, the old ones, the exact ones from Wimbo, they feel good, and I think that was the best step what I could have done so far. But now, more important, I need to make sure I keep maintaining this form, because it's not only one weekend; you have to do it week after week.
Brilliant. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you very much.
We're coming to you live on Sky Sports from the fantastic city of Liverpool. This is the BetMGM Premier League, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Firstly, would you please welcome the winner of 158 PDC titles worldwide, a 7-time Premier League champion, and a 3-time champion of the world, mighty Michael Gerwen. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 3 World Series titles, the UK Open champion, the Grand Slam champion, the reigning and defending Premier League champion, and the reigning champion of the world. It's Luke, the Nuke.
Should be good, shouldn't it? We have Luke Littler. Maybe he's already won the crowd over, I don't know. Our league leader, but the gap at the top has been cut to 5 after Luke Humphries beat Nathan Aspinall in our first quarter-final tonight. Well, Littler beat Rob Cross in an epic, really, in last week's quarter-finals, defied a 110 average from Bolton to beat him in a last leg decider, but then went out in the semi-finals. Talking of semi-finals, well, he made that stage of the Euro Tour in Munich on the weekend as well, beaten there by a very good Jan van Veen. But it was Michael van Gerwen who picked up the title in Germany. Was brilliant across the weekend, brilliantly consistent as well, which maybe we don't say too often these days. The first title in 2025 for him. So what can he do? Well, what can that do for the rest of his season, and what can it do for him here tonight in Liverpool as well? Let's get into this one then, and to guide you through it, I'll hand you over to Wayne Mardle and Stuart Pike.
Yeah, what an evening, always guaranteed to be here in Liverpool, and what a match this will be too. I think Luke Littler will be disappointed that the boos weren't even louder. He was expecting a cacophony of boos, but they've even been singing his name. He'll want to win here for lots of reasons. Michael van Gerwen will want to carry on where he left off in Germany at the weekend. Signs of recovery for Michael van Gerwen, but Littler will be fired up. Of that you can be absolutely certain.
Yeah, if you can't get fired up against MVG, then what's the point? And I think when you're playing Michael, you're always trying to send out some kind of statement. It was nearly the ultimate statement. 4 darts in. Already seen a bunch of 9s in this year's Premier League.
4.
A bunch is 4.
We've had a bunch of 180s, or half a bunch of 180s then in the opening leg. 2.
But
what a start.
Yeah, the important thing here is for Luke Littler that this is for a break of throw. Oh, MVG is not going to get a poke at the fish. Well, in the blink of an eye, the advantage is gone for MVG. And the achievement of winning on the European Tour just days ago, you'll have forgot about that already.
That didn't take very long. It's about 40 seconds for that opening leg.
Well, the half a bunch of 180s helped.
It could become a thing, the bunch. Yeah, but as it stands, you know, still in danger of missing the playoffs, isn't he, Van Gerwen? And you wonder when he had to withdraw from the Premier League in Berlin and automatically got -6 on the leg difference, how important that might yet prove to be.
Yeah, and it is about the legs as well, but it's also, Stuart, it was against Gerwen Price, and it was the person closest to him in the table that gained from him. And right now he's in a real precarious position. Nathan Aspinall losing to Luke Humphries just in the last game will have helped Michael, because the guys now, let me assure you, are looking at the fixtures and who's possibly coming out with so many points after night, whatever it may be. Oh, on a pinhead.
Without even trying. But Van Gerwen will get a shot here to level it up. He may go tops. He goes tops. And he couldn't go tops. So a chance for Littler to double his lead.
He would have hated that last dart, MVG. He knows it wasn't thrown well at all. And after the first tops went in, what a marker it was. But Luke Littler going 3 treble 18s and double 8. 4 perfect darts on the bounce. Now it's 7. When he starts a leg with a max, there's always a little rumbling.
Yes. Temperatures rise.
Is your temperature risen? Seriously?
And a bit more.
It has now!
And a bit more. We have a bunch. Officially a bunch of 180s from Littler. 4 in the first 3 legs. 141. Littler.
44. Marking Rakai 157.
Well, it's an important shot.
Yeah.
He's got to set it up well at least.
57.
Well, he's already missed the ton in the previous leg. That's not a great setup. This is for 3-zip. And he'll go, oh, okay. I thought he might have gone double 19, didn't fancy.
100.
This has got to go.
Yeah, same equation as the last leg. The same result. It isn't going to happen.
41.
Well, this is for 3-0, but crucially for 2 breaks of throw.
Yeah, the 2 breaks. How much fat? Absolutely 0. Van Gerwen not at it. Littler at it. 20 points difference in the averages.
Yeah.
But forget the averages, it's 3-0.
93.
Well, he just went back to basics in Germany. Went back to an old shirt, an old set of darts. He was 60% on the doubles. He was averaging over 103 for the tournament, and the best he's played since the Ali Pali.
Yeah. Consistently. He's had a couple of matches in this Premier League where he's looked incredible. He's looked as good as ever. Average 109 in one game, but it's just all been too sporadic for him.
145.
Just brilliantly thought out. He didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah. He's doing what he likes at the moment.
Yeah. He's showing off.
Yeah, Van Gerwen. He has to score better because at the moment he's created that one chance, and that was the one dart at tops off 100. And we say it often enough, create the chances and then try and take them. Tops now for 4-zip. Well, that was wide.
Well, he doesn't mind a double 15, Luke Littler.
Yeah, happy accident. Well, Michael off 157 left 100. Michael off 141 leaves 91. His play at the moment is just not good enough. Not against someone averaging 105.
Yeah. 9 darter against Van Gerwen in the week 7 final in Cardiff. Littler averaged 112 and a half. The last 8 times that Littler has played Van Gerwen, Littler has averaged over 100 on 7 occasions.
Well, the time that Michael beat him, he averaged 113.
Yeah.
Luke Littler.
Belfast,
Yeah.
night 1,
96.
many moons ago.
He's in trouble here with the whitewash on the cards.
100.
Because if he loses this, it'll be another break of throw, and then he'll be thrown for 6-0, Luke Littler.
100.
And after the exploits of the weekend, what a come down for MVG. Let alone, Stuart, the precarious position he's already in the table in this year's Premier League.
145.
He was a man on a mission before he even walked out, Luke Littler.
56.
My only surprise is that he missed.
Got to go. Moving. It's easy to go low here. Don't go low. Oh, perfect. Well, it will make him feel better for a moment, but it was only a hold of throw. It's a real chore for him this evening, Michael.
59.
Now a chance. Well, those 5 180s for Luke Littler takes it to a 127. 127. I think it was 128 in the whole of the Premier League last year, wasn't
Correct,
it?
yep.
127 max. And for Van Gerwen, only 51.
80.
And the more you score, the more darts you get at a double.
92.
He really has done what he likes. Played beautifully, Littler, from the outset. Not as good as Luke Humphries, it has to be said. 113 against the brilliant Nathan Aspinall. And the winner of this game
94.
will play Luke Humphries.
5-1. Well, he was banking there on the fact that Van Gerwen isn't going to take out 170 with his choice of the second dart. He was right.
Yeah, look how far he is away. Michael will be so disappointed with this evening. That's assuming he goes on to lose this match. Single. Tops. They were quick.
Yeah.
My word, they were quick.
And all of a sudden, it's a different outlook on this game now. Little missed a dart at the ball for 5-0. He's missed 2 now at tops and double 10 for 5-1. And he's opened the door. He's let Van Gerwen back in.
21.
And Michael didn't fancy it. He won't throw many visits worse than that, Michael. It wasn't the fact that they missed their target. They were going in at all different angles. They were all released wrong.
140.
Slightly different look about things now. Still 10 points between them on the averages, but
92.
But Littler's not as good.
no.
He's gone off the boil to a point, and Michael is starting to play that little bit better. Even over a best of 11, a first to 6 match, we see the ebbs and flows.
140.
5-1, it really would have been game over. But 4-2 and possibly 4-3.
80.
After the first 60, Michael will be gutted with that visit. Just leaving 120.
40.
He did not do that on purpose.
No.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
Definitely not. Tops. Different game. Could have been 5-0. Should have been 5-1. And now it's 4-3 and the pressure's on Littler.
Yeah, credit to Michael. Took out the 60, left the 36 and took it out first dart. Took out that 120. He's playing better.
100.
How darts matches just change.
Yeah, and Littler just hasn't been able to find the range on that treble 20, has he?
It all started, Stuart, with a 59.
Yeah.
For some reason, he decided, I don't know if he just felt overly confident, but the 19 was fine, but then the tops and double 10 were just thrown so quickly.
125.
A real flyer with the last one.
Yeah.
100.
Feels like a game now.
Feels like a massive leg as well.
Michael Van Gerwen is on 15 points along with Gerwen Price. Nathan Aspinall is already on 17 points, but he has been eliminated already this evening.
96.
So a win here for MVG will put him back in the top 4 momentarily.
It will.
Thank you.
Taking his time. These won't be thrown quick.
You cannot keep him quiet for long. That was magnifique. It was brilliant.
Look at him.
Yep.
134.
That was an incredible reaction. Look at him. Look. He's got an ability that you don't see often, and that is he can concentrate more for certain visits.
96.
And it works for him. It's something that he can't do every throw because it's too taxing. But once he starts to throw in his zone, if you will, it's incredible. It really is. We've seen Luke Humphries match it recently, and I think they're the two.
Yeah.
99.
It was a feature, wasn't it, of his run to winning the World Championship. Those finishes when
126.
he just seemed to lift his game when he really, really needed something.
Yeah.
He found it. Absolutely found it.
100.
This for the win.
60.
Wow.
50. Marking required
Low
72.
again and inside again. That's twice in this match. Huge moments. Oh, that is so good, Michael. Bearing in mind, Stuart, how he was being so outplayed and he was so off kilter for the first 4 legs. Incredible belief from MVG.
100.
Well, he's missed 2 darts to win the match, Luke Little, and he was so good in that last leg after the 160.
100.
Well, a ton does not do for Michael. An 8th 140 would. Okay, going downstairs. Needs 2 big uns. Cannot get it.
93.
This is hanging by a thread for Littler. My word.
4-0 up and coasting.
He knows that.
Yeah, missed a dart for 5-0 at the bull.
He knows that as well.
164.
What about that from Van Gerwen? Different look now.
59. Marking required.
What a game.
Wow. How has Van Gerwen somehow got into a position to get back into this game?
56.
His setup play has not been
42.
magnificent, MVG. He's left a single to double.
Marking required 48.
Should get 2 darts, unless he has a wayward one. For 5-5, but it's a break of throw. 8-8.
Game shot in the 10th leg.
How has he got back into this?
Well, it's astonishing.
It is astonishing.
How on earth have we got a deciding leg in this game? And how on earth is Van Gerwen suddenly favourite to win?
Luke Littler last week absolutely pinched the pocket of Rob Cross.
34.
Took out a 1-4-5 in the deciding leg. Had no right to win that game. And he must be thinking, I've got no right to lose this game.
No.
But MVG, starting with 1-3-4. If he can 3-figure, which he can't now, that's
43.
a slip.
This could be a slip.
58.
Too many 59s, 58s, 57s for Littler in the second half of the match.
Yeah, it's the timing of them. Michael had a shabby visit,
82.
followed by one that wasn't much better, to be fair.
95.
It's okay for MVG.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 darts for Littler to win 6-3.
What a dart. What a first dart.
140.
Well, this would be one of the most astonishing turnarounds of the Premier League 2025.
58.
This will rile Luke Littler. This is an
4-0
awful
up.
loss.
4-0 up.
57 for Tops. Tops for a win.
62.
Who'd have thought Michael Van Gerwen would have had a dart to win the game?
50.
He's going to get some more.
82.
Luke Littler, you have to say, has blown this
40.
big time.
That is how you take your opportunities. Michael Van Gerwen wins a game. Let's be honest, when did you ever feel that he felt that he could win it? But he did, by 6 legs to 5. It went south from leg 1 to leg 2. Then Luke Littler missed 2 darts to go 5-0, and then it all changed. The Green Machine will play Luke Humphries in the first semi-final.